journey began underground. Before the lights, cameras, and conventions. An unlikely assembly of heroes. Forging friendships from pages and pixels. United by a common desire to shape their own worlds. Unleashing their imaginations. Harnessing their nightmares. All in service of the epic adventure. This is your story. This is our story. Soldiers, scientists, adventurers, oddities. 25 years later, the Resistance has become a revolution. Each step on our quest brought us closer to this moment. Right here, right now.
Gentlemen, oh my God! Fireman! The world champion! They are going for the core!
It's going down into the beach!
Who is that guy? He is one tough badass.
Well played, well played, well played, well played.
It has been 17 years since Blizzard opened the door to a new adventure.
Let's build the next 25 years together.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome President and CEO of Blizzard Entertainment, Mike Morhive!
Alliance and Horde. Terran, Protoss, and Zerg. Heroes of Sanctuary. Heroes of the Storm. Heroes of Overwatch. Fellow gamers and friends, welcome to BlizzCon 2016. Can you believe this is our 10th BlizzCon together? How many of you have been to BlizzCon before? How many of you have been to 3 or more BlizzCons? How about 5 or more? Anyone been to all 10 BlizzCons? I have. And how many of you are attending BlizzCon for the very first time? Welcome to all of you, and to everyone watching at home. We have some important milestones to celebrate this year. This year is Blizzard's 25th year making games, and next month will mark the 20-year anniversary of Diablo. On a personal note, I feel so fortunate to have had the opportunity to work with so many talented and passionate people during the past 25 years. And words can't describe what it's been like for us to be able to share our worlds with you. We are so grateful that out of countless options, you have chosen to invest your time and your passion in this community. We would not be here today if not for you. You have made this journey, this adventure, more epic, more wonderful than I could have possibly imagined. Thank you. And what an adventure we've been on together. The world has changed in many ways. Look how far games have come. What was once constructed out of paper and dice has grown and spread globally with the help of technology. Games enhance our happiness. They teach us things. They engage our minds and our hearts, and they can bring us closer to ourselves and to each other. There is something powerful and lasting about the excitement, joy, and personal connections we experience through games. I mean, look at all of us. BlizzCon is a great example of the connectedness that games and technology can bring to the world. I think about how far we've come since the first BlizzCon, which hosted 4,000 people in just 2 halls in this convention center. For the past several years, we've taken over the entire Anaheim Convention Center with over 25,000 attendees. Some of you may have noticed that they are building a new hall. We can't wait to use that one too. This year, you all came to BlizzCon from all 50 states and 60 countries across 6 continents. We have people here from as far away as Argentina, South Africa, India, and Japan. In addition to all of you attending live, millions more are joining us via 70 broadcast streams in 19 languages. From the bottom of our hearts, thank you for joining us here and for those watching at home. We're excited to be part of this experience with you, to create this experience together with you. And we can't wait to talk about what we've been working on. Before we look forward, I want to say one last thing about looking back. Tonight at 8 p.m., I hope you will join us in the Grand Plaza in front of the Convention Center. We're going to cap off our anniversary celebration with a toast and some great live music. We will have custom craft beers on tap. Songhammer will be performing. And Hold the Door, Christian Nairn will kick off things as our special guest DJ. I also hope you'll attend our 25th anniversary panel tomorrow. We'll be getting sentimental about some of the highlights from the past 25 years and what we're most excited about in the future. I'm very happy to announce that Alan Adham, who co-founded Blizzard with me and Frank Pierce, has recently rejoined the company, and he'll be joining us on the panel. Alan led Blizzard through the creation of Warcraft, StarCraft, and Diablo. And he served as lead designer on World of Warcraft for 4 years before he retired back in 2004. We're very excited that he's decided to become unretired. All right, 2016 has been a big year for Warcraft. How many of you saw and loved the Warcraft movie? Warcraft was an epic film with heart, humor, and action, and it did well at the box office too, becoming the highest grossing game-based movie ever made. Following the movie, Azeroth saw a massive invasion of demons with the launch of Legion. Old heroes fell, and new heroes rose. With this expansion, we wanted to ensure there would be more for you to do in World of Warcraft than ever before. We just released Return to Karazhan, which I hope you are enjoying. I want you to know that we are committed to releasing more content on an ongoing basis than ever before. Our next content update is already in the works, and there's much more coming. You can learn all about our plans in the Legion panel later today. It is going to be an awesome 2017 for the Alliance. And for the Horde. We're excited to be working with Make-A-Wish again this year to make a donation for a very good cause. Starting on December 1st, we will offer a new charity pet, Mischief, the Fell Kitty. And once again, the full purchase price through the end of the year will be donated to Make-A-Wish. To date, you all have helped raise over $4 million for a very good cause to help grant wishes. These are kids with very serious medical conditions, and you're making a big difference in their lives. That's a really good thing. All right. This was a big year for another Blizzard game, Overwatch. Since we released the game in May, we've added Ana, updated competitive play, hosted the Summer Games, heard the tale of Junkenstein's revenge, and more. In October, we announced that there are over 20 million Overwatch players, an achievement the game reached in about 4 months, faster than any other Blizzard game. This has been a historic year. Let's take a look back at the launch of Overwatch.
Prepare to attack.
So that map shows you where everybody's logging in all over the world. So at 4 o'clock when the service goes live, hopefully you'll start to see the map lighting up.
This is now my domain.
It's 3:30. You guys good and ready?
Oh, we're as ready as we're gonna be.
This is the server's not working great screen. That means time to get busy again.
This is a very unique launch in that we are launching worldwide in every single region. So it's a historical moment for us.
We're waiting for
to see the map lighting up.
Was supposed to be the most advanced security system on the planet.
We don't have all day. Hurry up.
Enough. Do you have satellite?
Of course.
Are you certain the target is on site?
Oh, she's here, all right.
Okay, you're in.
I cannot wait until the inspection is over.
The door. Sombra.
Turrets are down.
I am in position. Sombra, time to target.
Incoming, right now.
Chairman Bolskaya, the new guidance systems. There will be the difference in destroying the hated Omnics.
Tell me we're still on schedule. The Omnium will not wait for us to be ready before they attack again. Our first new mechs in a decade. This will ensure the future of Russia. Just a little bit further.
Blizzcon, let's move!
Widowmaker, hold the perimeter. We'll take over. Sombra, I'm cut off. It's on you now.
I'm all over it. Getting away!
Blizzcon.
All mechs, fire on catwalk, level 3!
Sombra, status.
I'm working on it.
Look at you go! Find her!
Katia Volskaya. You have no idea what it took for me to make this meeting happen. Relájate, I'm not going to kill you. I mean, I'm the one that set off the alarm.
Sombra, do you have the target?
Okay, listen. I'm here to make a friend. And show you something I found. Tell me, what would happen if the people of Russia learned that their defender against the Omnics was actually getting her tech from the enemy? What would that do to the future of Russia? What do you want? The most powerful woman in Russia? I've always wanted a friend like that. So I'm thinking, I don't let these images appear on every holovid in the world. And you help out your new friend every now and then. What do you say? Clock's ticking, amiga. As if I had the choice. Now what, friend? I'll be in touch. Boop. Mission failed. Target escaped.
Get back to the ship.
Do you know why you are here?
I believe I do.
So there you have it. Sombra will be the next hero joining the cast of Overwatch. I'm sure no one saw that coming. Sombra is a stealthy offensive infiltrator who can hack enemy abilities. She's able to turn the tide of battle in subtle and not so subtle ways. And good news, she is here at Blizzcon for you to play. Overwatch launched with maps in several locations around the world, and this summer we took you to Germany with the Eichenwalde map. There are more maps coming. One of them is Oasis, a high-tech city that was terraformed in the Arabian desert. We're also working on a brand new feature called the Arcade, which will host new game modes, new rule sets, and exclusive maps. One of the exclusive arcade maps is Eco Point Antarctica, the research facility where May was cryogenically frozen for almost a decade. As you can imagine, it is very cool. I know. This map has been custom built for the arcade's 1v1 and 3v3 arena-style game modes. These are just 2 new game types that will be available in the arcade, with more to come. The Overwatch team will tell you all about this new content in their panel today, here on the main stage. And next week, on the public test realm, we'll add Sombra, the arcade, and Eco Point Antarctica. Oasis will hit the PTR in December. StarCraft II also had a busy year. We launched Legacy of the Void to a tremendous response right after last BlizzCon. We followed that up with our Nova Covert Ops mission packs, which extended the StarCraft II single-player experience. I'm pleased to reveal that the 3rd and final set of Nova missions is coming out on November 22nd. Legacy of the Void's co-op missions have taken on a life of their own, rivaling the level of activity that we see on the StarCraft II competitive ladder. We went all out with co-op missions this year, adding new co-op commanders, new missions, deeper customization, and more. And we're not done yet. Here at BlizzCon, we're revealing new co-op missions and a brand new co-op commander, Alexei Stukov, the infested Terran Admiral. You can try out Stukov and one of the new missions this weekend on the show floor. Before I move on, I want to talk about another way in which technology is pushing humanity forward. Advances in artificial intelligence brought us things like intelligent search, improved medical procedures, and even self-driving cars. I'm sure many of you were as fascinated as I was when Google's DeepMind AI AlphaGo defeated Lee Sedol in one of the top Go players in the world earlier this year. Since then, there's been a lot of speculation on what DeepMind will take on next. To answer that question, I'd like to introduce Oriol Vinyals from the DeepMind team.
All right. Thanks, Mike. And thanks, BlizzCon, for the warm welcome. I've actually attended BlizzCon twice before as a fan. And yeah, I must say the show looks quite different from upstage. Unfortunately, they asked me to leave my phone backstage, otherwise I would definitely take a selfie right now. So, my name is Oriol Vinyals. I've been an artificial intelligence researcher for 10 years, initially at Google, and I'm now at DeepMind. So our mission at DeepMind is to solve intelligence and use it to make the world a better place. And we pioneered the use of games as a key part of our plan to get there. I've been a gamer my whole life, actually, and have always loved playing StarCraft and WoW. Yeah. As a matter of fact, in my younger days, I was one of Spain and Europe top-ranked Brood War player, and that passion for StarCraft stayed with me throughout university. In fact, one of the projects I worked on while I was a PhD student at Berkeley was an independent artificial intelligence that was able to play high-level Brood War. We called it Overmind. As Mike mentioned, we recently developed an agent that learned to play the board game Go. So Go is the absolute pinnacle of perfect information games. Our agent, AlphaGo, was able to play one of the world's top-ranked Go players, Lee Sedol, in a 5-game show match in Korea with the world watching, and it won 4 games to 1. So, since then, we've started to focus our attention on a new research environment that represents the messiness of the real world. Hidden information, asymmetry, and real time. Which brings us to StarCraft 2. So, today I'm very excited to be announcing our collaboration with Blizzard to open up StarCraft 2 to AI researchers around the world. It's been a fantastic collaboration and a dream come true. So what Blizzard will do, they will release their API early next year, which will allow researchers and hobbyists from around the world to build and train their own AI agents to play StarCraft 2. For StarCraft players like myself, advances in AI could yield some drastic benefits. For example, we might see more interesting AI opponents for a variety of skill levels, or AI coaches that can help players improve. And there's still a long way to go, but maybe we'll even see an agent take on the Blizzcon champion in a show match. Yeah. Also, on a broader scope, these advancements we make in StarCraft might help us when we apply them to the real-world challenges we face in science, energy, and other human endeavors. So please join us tomorrow at 10 a.m. right here on the main stage to learn more about how we build AI at DeepMind and why StarCraft is such a great environment for AI research. Thanks again, and I'll turn the show to Mike. Thanks. Hey. Cheers.
So we're very excited about that, and I'm so proud that Oriol and his team have chosen StarCraft 2 for this important work. The foundations of this project are being built now, and you can help simply by playing StarCraft 2 online. We're all cheering on the DeepMind team as they pursue new frontiers in AI research, and I'm sure this is going to be a very difficult challenge, beating humans. Okay. We can't talk about StarCraft 2 or nearly any other Blizzard game without mentioning esports. This weekend, after a very exciting opening week, we're hosting the finals for StarCraft 2, Hearthstone, Heroes of the Storm, World of Warcraft Arena, and for the first time, the Overwatch World Cup. That's a lot of esports. And there's a lot of money up for grabs. Over $2.7 million will be given away this weekend. Altogether, pro gamers will have taken home more than $8 million in Blizzard tournaments this year. A certain group of players also earned full tuition this year for the remainder of their college careers. I'm talking about the Arizona State University Real Dream Team. ASU dramatically returned to win this year's Heroes of the Dorm tournament after losing to UC Berkeley in the finals last year. We followed ASU and the other teams who made it to the Heroic Four, and we created a documentary from the footage that we captured. This film offers a deep and moving glimpse into the lives of a new generation of sports heroes, and it's premiering here on the main stage tomorrow at 2:30. You all will be the first in the world to see it before its wider release next week. We're very happy with how the film came out, and I hope you enjoy it. All right, let's take a look back at some of the exciting esports action leading up to BlizzCon.
You can see the passion of the crowd. To be here in person, it's just very special.
This is going to go down as one of the moments.
It is time to crown a champion. What an impressive performance throughout the entire tournament.
Who will be the champion? He is so happy. There's a pyroblast, and Tiny takes it. That's amazing. Look at that emotion. It's a chance for him to be one of the competitors at the World Championship at BlizzCon.
One of the most dominant Hearthstone players we have seen.
Today is the first day of MVP Black's reign of the world.
They're isolating everybody. It's a quad kill.
They need to somehow stop it. That is GT.
They have done it. What an incredible performance.
They're posturing to go for the court.
Is this it? Have they done it?
BlizzCon is in their sight.
Holt has defeated Snoot. He's crushed through the forces.
This could be it. Zest might be our champion. Dark, finally a champion. Showtime may have done it.
True is the Overmind.
Beyond is the GSL champion. Solar holds the trophy high. He's done what no foreigner has ever done.
Let's find out who is going to BlizzCon. Method's so close to going to BlizzCon, and that's going to be it. Something goes down.
What an unbelievable job.
What just happened? Back down, Grubcub laying down the lock. He's down to 10% HP. Benzo, in the meantime, going down to 5% HP. He's going to get taken down.
Keep the only man contested. Cruz goes down. This is it.
Oh my goodness! It's the ball from Zoom! They're almost there! Misfits has won it all!
The competitors in each of our games fought really hard to get here, so the competition lined up this weekend represents the absolute best of the best. You all are present for the equivalent of the Super Bowl of Blizzard esports, so make the most of this weekend and check out the world-class gaming talent on display. There's nothing like this anywhere else in the world. In addition to hosting the first Overwatch World Cup, we have a major new announcement to make for Overwatch esports. Blizzard has been making competitive multiplayer games from the beginning. Overwatch reflects our experience and our passion for super fun, well-balanced, team-based gameplay. We designed Overwatch from the ground up to excel as a competitive game. And now, we're looking for the top players in the world and the team owners who will form the Overwatch League. The Overwatch League represents a true next-generation esports experience. There will be a combine where players attend tryouts and will be evaluated by team owners and coaches across a series of tests. Teams will be formed around major cities to support the growth of a regional fan base. There will be regular schedules, professional contracts, free agency, baseline minimum salaries and benefits, providing more stability for teams and players. Pro players will compete for fortune, fame, and glory, and have a chance to achieve the types of rewards and recognition you see with traditional sports. This next video provides a taste of what we have in mind.
What's in the name? Well, that depends on what you do with it. Put it out there. Level it up. Get good with it. Like, really good. Get it voted for. Get it feared. Get it to the top of the ladder, if you got what it takes. Test it at the combine. Sign it on a contract. Get it on a team. Get it in a tournament. Get it on a big monthly check. Cash it. Commit to it. Put it on everything. What about this thing? Nah, it's bigger than that. Make your whole city know it. Check that. The whole world. Hear it talked about. See it in the headlines. Then, watch it all come crashing down. Wait. What? Okay. Get it back on the map. Get it back on top. Get it as the #1 fantasy draft pick. Bring it to the playoffs. Get it on the back of a champion.
That's your name.
Better yet, become a champion. Hear it on the lips of thousands of screaming fans chanting it over and over and over again. What's in the name? Well, that's up to you.
We're very excited to share further details about our plans. In the meantime, keep making a name for yourself in competitive mode and tournaments, and keep an eye out for news about the first Combine, which will mark the beginning of Season 1 next year. All right. In addition to hearing all of our latest news and watching esports, Blizzcon is all about having fun, meeting up with friends, and seeing all of the attractions. One of my favorite highlights every year are the community contests. The costume, talent, art, and movie contests are taking place right here at 6 p.m. tonight. And this weekend, they're being hosted by Thomas Middleditch from the HBO series Silicon Valley. And of course, closing things out for us tomorrow night is the one and only fellow geek, Weird Al Yankovic. If you've never seen Weird Al live, it's really a must-see, trust me. One final note I'd like to share is that BlizzCon is very much an all-Blizzard event. Thousands of Blizzard employees are not just attending the show, but are here putting on the show. They're running the stages and the demo areas, and they're also mingling and enjoying BlizzCon with you. Many of them are wearing special blue shirts, so you can easily identify them. Feel free to say hello. We're really looking forward to meeting and talking with you this weekend. To me, BlizzCon represents gamers at their best. These are interesting and strange times we're living in. It's never been more important to play nice, play fair, and think globally, two of Blizzard's core values. Let's remind the world that what matters most is not winning or being first or loudest, but how we are with each other. Let's make BlizzCon a positive example to the world. Be good to each other, here, online, and out in the world. Thank you, and have a great BlizzCon. Okay, now for Heroes of the Storm, please help me welcome Production Director and Blizzard veteran, Kaeo Milker.
Hello, BlizzCon! Woo! You know, as Mike was talking about celebrating our 25th anniversary, I was thinking about where I was 25 years ago and how much Blizzard games have meant to me. My Blizzard memories go all the way back to the original Lost Vikings on Super Nintendo. The timeline of my major life events runs in close parallel to the releases of Warcraft, Diablo, and StarCraft. Over the past 25 years, these games, their communities, and my love for them has meaningfully shaped who I am. And I'm sure many of you can relate to that. Now, this milestone also holds special meaning for the Heroes of the Storm team. When you think about it, Heroes of the Storm is Blizzcon the game. It's our place to celebrate all things Blizzard in one amazing experience. And as developers, we get to celebrate our love for these characters and worlds in ways that we can't do anywhere else. And we're honored to share that with all of you. Now, it wasn't too long ago that we used this very stage to introduce the first iteration of our game. And it was here at BlizzCon that we renamed and evolved it over the next few years. And that was just the beginning. Since last BlizzCon, we've delivered balance patches as often as every week, major feature patches every 4 to 6 weeks, 19 hero reworks, 3 new battlegrounds, 15 new heroes, including our first 2 Overwatch heroes. Yeah. We completely rebuilt our matchmaking system. We redesigned ranked play from the ground up. We brought you unranked draft, ranked seasons with rewards, added the MVP and commendation systems, and most recently, we introduced StarCraft to the Nexus with our Machines of War event. Yeah, I love me some StarCraft. Last year, we brought the arena to BlizzCon. And with your feedback and enthusiasm in hand, we went back to the studio, energized and inspired to expand those arena maps into an entirely new gameplay mode that we just launched called Heroes Brawl. Now with it, we've created the ultimate sandbox that lets us stretch the Nexus in impossible ways and deliver a new, unexpected experience to you every single week with arenas, rule mutations, and single-lane battlegrounds. Now, our next Brawl takes full advantage of those opportunities, and I'm excited to introduce you to Blackheart's Revenge. So everyone's favorite Ghost Pirate has taken to the high seas in our newest Brawl that introduces an asymmetrical style of gameplay to the Nexus, where each team has their own win condition. In this Brawl, only one team has a core. You're either charged with defending it against Blackheart's onslaught, or helping Blackheart's ghost ship sail the seas to blow it to smithereens. We have Blackheart's Revenge here at BlizzCon for everyone to experience, and for those of you at home, it'll debut in-game as a Brawl the week of November 15th. Yeah. Now, of course, it wouldn't be Heroes of the Storm without the heroes. With every new Hero Edition, we're paying homage to those special moments we've shared as Blizzard gamers. Those experiences which crystallized our love for these games and characters. And in that spirit of paying homage, our newest addition to the Nexus honors a fallen warrior who recently made the ultimate sacrifice.
King has fallen. A father. A friend. A warrior. Defender of the Alliance. He was a beacon of hope. A leader without measure. A man who would never accept defeat. He was our shield against the storm. Wherever he has gone, Varian Rin will remain a hero. Always.
So that's right. Varian and Ragnaros are coming to the... Yes. They're coming to the Nexus from World of Warcraft, and both heroes offer up vastly different gameplay experiences. Varian is our first multi-class hero. And what we love about him is his ability to be an adaptable fighter who can assume the role of a shield-bearing warrior or a life-ending assassin based on the talent choices you make in-game. With game-changing talents at levels 4 and 10, you have the power to play this hero a total of 6 very different ways to suit your play style, as well as the needs of your team in your current match. And for all of you who share our love for lore and fantasy, you are Ragnaros. His larger-than-life abilities allow you to show your enemies the true might of the Fire Lord. Hurl the fiery destruction of Sulfuras upon your opponents. Release lava waves that will incinerate an entire lane's worth of enemy minions. Or, and this is where things get really crazy, use his trait, Molten Core, to take over a fort, whether it's still standing or not, and become gigantic. As Ragnaros, you become the raid boss. Use your empowered abilities to defend against an enemy siege or bolster your forces during a push. You may very well full wipe the puny insects who try to fight you. Now, both of these heroes are here for you to try out today on the show floor. And yeah. And we can't wait to see what you'll do with them when they hit the game. We won't have to wait long, because Varian comes to our test realm next week and releases the week of November 15th, with Ragnaros following close behind in December. So let's take a look at Varian, Blackheart's Revenge, and Ragnaros in action, as well as take a peek at some of the skins and other surprises coming very soonish.
I fight for my kingdom. I'm getting my revenge by destroying those docks. I'll be back.
As you can see, there has never been a better time to play Heroes of the Storm. So in celebration, starting November 15th and running through January 4th, we're launching our biggest giveaway to date, the Nexus Challenge. Just team up with one or more people on your friends list and play games in Heroes to unlock free rewards in both Overwatch and Heroes of the Storm. After 15 games, you'll earn the Genji Oni skin, spray, and player icon in Overwatch, as well as Zarya and the Genji Oni portrait in Heroes of the Storm. And if you and your friends complete 30 games during the challenge, you can also unlock the Orochi Hovercycle mount in Heroes, plus 4 additional free heroes and a free 30-day stim pack. Now that's a ton, yeah, that's a ton of info, so please visit heroesofthestorm.com for all the details. Now there's so much good stuff coming to this game that I can only scratch the surface here. So please check out our deep dive and state of the game developer panels later today at Blizzcon for more information on everything we're bringing you. And of course, don't miss the epic conclusion of the Heroes of the Storm Fall Championship this weekend, where the best teams in the world are putting it all on the line for their shot at becoming our 2016 World Champions. Okay, BlizzCon, we built this game together. Your support encouraged us to break the rules and defy genre conventions, and we're so excited to be celebrating Blizzard's 25th anniversary with each and every one of you. This upcoming year for Heroes is all about bringing you new experiences, meaningful choices, and more unforgettable memories. So as always, thank you, and we'll see you in the Nexus. And now, it's my pleasure to help welcome the executive producer of Hearthstone, Hamilton Chu.
Hey guys. Man, that Ragnaros, huh? Makes me glad I'm not an insect. All right, so there's been something we've been worrying about on the Hearthstone team. It's been a pretty stressful year for players. First, you had to fend off the return of old gods. They're all whispering and stuff. And then there's this crazy party. We had to wrangle rogue archmages. So we thought, maybe we need to take it easy on you for a little bit. Maybe send you on a nice vacation. Someplace calm, someplace soothing. How about beautiful Gadget Sand? What's more relaxing than a sleepy little outpost out in the Teneris Desert? It's away from the action, it's away from the prying eyes of the Horde and Alliance. It's away from everything, really. Now, some of you may have been to visit Gadgetzan yourself. Anybody been to Gadgetzan? Awesome. I like you guys. Now, you folks might be thinking to yourself, hey, you, that's not what Gadgetzan's like anymore. And you're right. When the great cataclysm came a few years ago, it shook the world and turned Gadgetzan into a port town. But what even you know-it-alls don't know yet is that becoming a port town was the greatest thing that could have possibly happened to Gadgetzan. With that port came trade. With all that trade pouring in, that little town in the desert exploded into a major city, crowded with bustling citizens from across the lands, and rich with hustling merchants from across the seas, all coming together to build a beautiful city, lined with delightful little streets and charming little shops. But You remember that away from the prying eyes bit? Turns out there's a lot of people interested in a place like that. You know, unsavory types. And so as the city grew bigger and wealthier, those people came pouring in too. Until now, today, just behind those delightful little streets and charming little shops, there's a dark side to Gadget San. An underworld of back alleys and shady dens, worming their way all throughout the city. And that's where the real Gadget San lies.
Ah, Gadget San, the city of opportunity.
Gadget San, where the gangs rule the streets. Gadget San, full of swindlers and cheats. Sitting unseen, the ring-a-ding-ding on the mean streets of Gadget San. Gadget San, where crime doesn't pay. Gadget San, but we do it anyway. Gotta take on your rivals for your gang survival and the turf that belongs to your clan. Every little kid, everyone is crooked.
Welcome to the big time, pal.
On the mean streets of Gadget San.
Now who's got the upper hand?
Mean Streets of Gadget San is Hearthstone's newest expansion. Well, all right, it's not the peaceful paradise I kind of promised earlier, but it is a city of opportunity. Now, there are different ways you can grasp opportunity. You can be like this fellow, get out your map, put on your shorts, venture forth to find your fortune. Or you can join the folks who really own the town. Behind it all are 3 notorious crime families, and they run everything. We recommend that second thing. First up, walking the streets in broad daylight are the grimy goons. They're the brutes and enforcers of Gadget San. They like to go around offering protection, but not as much as they like taking it away. But they're not just muscle either. If you should find yourself, let's just say, lending them a hand from time to time, they'll make sure you're well equipped for the job. But if you really get in good with the goons, they'll set you up with one of these. A gun that shoots piranhas! It's actually just a little specialty weapon made for hunters. But who among us hasn't dreamed of fighting side by side with tiny fish? Those are the cutest piranhas ever. But not everybody is a fan of the goons. There are those who really look down on them. Literally. Up on the rooftops, across the narrowest of ledges, and in strange doorways that seem to go nowhere, is the Jade Lotus. Now, they're not as crude as the goons are. They're not out there taking protection money or hawking silly guns. They're a sleek and secretive syndicate of spies and assassins. No one seems to be quite sure what they're up to, but they sure seem to be up to something. And if you get in their way, you might find yourself crossing paths with a Lotus assassin. He's kind of a slippery fellow, so it's hard to know exactly where he is. But he's probably in your base, killing your dudes. And finally, there are those who don't have the hefty handguns of the goons or the deft footwork of the Lotus. What they do have are loads of questionable potions and even more questionable morals. They're the Cabal. In the Cabal are spellcasters who have been kicked out of their own guilds due to creative differences. So they hide away in secret, brewing their potions and lending magical aid to those in need. If you come to them and you ask real nicely, they may offer you the services of the Cabal Talon Priest. And who wouldn't want his services? Just look at his talons. They're crackling with health. Oh, come on, that one's good. I like that one. All right. So now you know a little bit about our three families, but here's the fun part. What really makes them mighty is that each of them, the Grimy Goons, the Jade Lotus, and the Cabal, were originally formed by a coalition of 3 different classes. And these 3 classes in each family have decided they like working together. So in the mean streets of Gadgetzan, we've created a brand new type of card, the Tri-Class card. Each family has their own exclusive set of them. This is how it works for the Cabal. In the Cabal are mages, priests, and warlocks. So their Tri-Class cards can be played in any one of those classes' decks. Here's an example, the Cabal Courier. So that potion icon in the corner there, the emblem of the Cabal, indicates that this is one of the Cabal's Tri-Class cards, which means that this industrious harpy can be played in any mage, priest, or warlock deck. It is super fun tinkering with Tri-Class cards to see how they play and feel in each of their different classes. On top of that, just to mix things up even more, when you play the Courier, you get to discover a card from those classes. So if you've ever wished that your warlock could get his hands on some healing, or that your priest could throw a fireball or two, she may be able to help you out. Now, it's not easy getting 3 classes to work together like that. So each family has their own fearless leader. For the Cabal, they have their captain, their kingpin, their chief concocting officer, Kazakis. Kazakis himself is a Tri-Class card, and is one of the most exciting cards we've ever made. Because with Kazakis, you get to create a custom spell. Here's how that works. When you summon Kazakis, he's going to make a potion for you. And depending on how powerful you want that potion to be, you choose a mana cost. And based on that, you discover an effect, and then you discover a second effect, all depending on what you think you need now, or what you think you need later. And then, your job's done. He was supposed to say job's done. It's going to be really funny. Super funny. And then, you have your sweet custom potion in your hand. It is really fun playing with Kazakis. With over 100 different potions you can make, there's always interesting decisions in front of you. And all that is just the tip of the iceberg. If you want to learn more, please join us for the Hearthstone panel right here on the main stage at 12:30. We'll be revealing even more cards, including Tri-Class cards from the other families, and giving you a peek behind it all, how it all came together. We're putting the finishing touches on getting Gadgetzan ready for visitors, and we expect you'll be able to head in early December. But for you folks here at Blizzcon, we thought you might want to get your hands on it sooner, so it's playable on the show floor. When you've given that a whirl, come check out the Hearthstone Tavern upstairs on the 3rd floor. You can enjoy some great music, some tasty snacks, and duel some of our developers. And finally, you have to check out some of these matches between some of the best Hearthstone players in the world as they battle it out for the World Championship. The finals are tomorrow. And now, here to tell you some about Diablo 3, I'm just going to stay out here for this. Here to tell you about Diablo 3, please join me in welcoming Blizzard's Chief Development Officer, Frank Pierce.
Hello, BlizzCon! Hearthstone is a great game, and the work that the team is doing is absolutely amazing. I'm definitely looking forward to Mean Streets of Gadget Sand. Okay, as many of you know, we are on the eve of a very historic occasion, an event that in many ways represents the battle between good and evil, truth versus corruption, egomaniacal madness versus humanity's hope for the future. I'm talking, of course, about the Diablo 20th anniversary. We wanted to do something very special in Diablo 3 to celebrate. Diablo is a historic series. There's nothing else quite like those first moments in Tristram. The eerie music, the ominous story about dark rituals taking place in the church out at the edge of town. This is an important anniversary to us, and we know it's important to many of you as well. So, we're going to take you back to the original Diablo. We are recreating the original Diablo in Diablo 3. Our upcoming anniversary patch, The Darkening of Tristram, will send you back into the depths of the cathedral. Hell yeah. You'll explore a monster-filled dungeon 16 levels deep, and you'll come face to face with the 4 main bosses from the first game, including Big Red at the bottom. The art and sound in this patch will harken back to 20 years ago. Original Diablo music during gameplay, special graphics filters to make the visuals pixelated and grainy. We call it glorious retrovision. Character movement will be locked to 8 directions. As all you veteran Diablo players know, in the old days, we didn't have 360 degrees of movement. We had 8 degrees, and we liked it. This will be a proper old school Diablo experience. It's going to be available to all your current characters, but the best way to experience it will be to roll a brand new character. Now, it would be an utter shame for me to spoil it for you, but there will be many secrets to discover as well. If you love Diablo, this anniversary event will be very nostalgic. If you've never experienced the first game, this will be the perfect opportunity. You have to see what it looks like. Attend our 20th anniversary panel right here at 5 p.m. today to see it in action. Now, you won't need to wait long to get your hands on this. The anniversary patch will be on the PTR next week. Everyone will have something to brighten their spirits after the election. We love Diablo. We're putting our hearts and our memories and our souls into this patch. We're grateful to everyone who has supported Diablo over these past 20 years, and we're committed to this franchise for the long, long term. Okay, a little more Diablo 3 news to share. Next year, we're adding 2 new zones for free to the game for everyone that has Reaper of Souls. They're called Shrouded Moors and Temple of the Firstborn. You'll be able to access them through Adventure Mode. You can learn more about these zones and other plans for Diablo 3 in our panel tomorrow at 4. Okay, there's one more thing. We did extensive market studies We ran a thorough, in-depth analysis of all the data we collected. We cross-referenced our findings with historical models. It took some time to figure out. We had to look very hard to find the clues. Eventually, we arrived at a very certain conclusion. As it turns out, Diablo 3 players want a specific character class that's not currently available. We've done the research, and now we're ready to execute. Take a look at this.
Death has ravaged our world, and the balance that sustained us has been lost. We feared this day would come when the lands are ruined and the champions of the light can no longer save those in need. But I will. For I wield the power they cannot. And a new army of the dead shall rise at my command. All who threaten the balance, beware.
Necromancers are masters of the dark arts, badass battlefield generals who direct their minions like commanders of the dead, and we're going to be able to play them in Diablo 3. We're talking full loadout, bone spear, blood golem, corpse explosion, the works. The new Necromancer is inspired by the Diablo 2 Necromancer that we know and love, and it takes advantage of everything that Diablo 3 has to offer. Necromancer will go on sale next year as part of a character pack, along with some other great features. If you want to learn more about the Necromancer, attend the anniversary panel I mentioned earlier, 5 p.m. here today. But if you can't wait that long, the Necromancer is loaded right now in the Diablo area, ready for you to play. So, go explode some corpses, have fun, be good to each other, have a great Blizzcon, everyone.